NIS does U-turn, releases Senator DINO Melaye. Reactions to arrest of Senator Melaye by NIS. Former Finance Minister reels out a battle with NNPC management. And in sports, Salah crowned Premier League's Player of the Year with 41 goals. These and more stories in a moment. I am Cynthia Agbo with news on the hour on television Nigerian. Earlier today, we brought you reports that the Nigerian Immigration Service arrested Senator DINO Melaye at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on his way to Morocco for an alleged government-sponsored summit. Here's the latest on the development. The Nigerian Immigration Service has released Senator Melaye from its custody. The service had disclosed that Melaye was arrested Monday morning by its officials based on instructions. We will bring you further clarification from the Immigration Service on the circumstances surrounding the release from custody of a federal lawmaker in our subsequent bulletin. Meanwhile, reactions continue to trail the recent arrest of Senator DINO Melaye by officers of the Nigerian Immigration Service at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja. The latest Nigerian to speak out on the incident is business mogul Senator Melaye, who tweets says the country needed men as DINO Melaye to speak truth to power. The tweet called for the immediate and unconditional release of Melaye, adding that the embattled senator will not be cowed by arrest or persecution. Senator Bruce said that the arrested lawmaker played a major role in bringing the current government to power, and it will be unfortunate if the same government he fought for turns around to fight him. Senator Melaye was arrested at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on his way to Morocco for an alleged government-sponsored function. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has revealed the most stressful tasks she encountered while serving as finance minister in the immediate past government of former President Goodluck Jonathan. She made the revelation in her book titled Fighting Corruption is Dangerous. Okonjo-Iweala lamented that the frosty relationship that existed between her and officials of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation was her most stressful challenge. She recalled that the hostility was largely because of the lack of transparency in the operations of the NNPC and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources following discrepancies in revenue numbers. The former minister stated that investigations by the Finance Ministry showed an average shortfall of 160 billion naira per annum. Okonjo-Iweala revealed that her attempt to get accountability from the commission put her at crossroads with officials of the petroleum giant. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Upstream, Senator Kabiru Marafa, has described the pro-Buhari group at the National Assembly as hypocrites. He said the group's effort had been counterproductive to the success of the president. Speaking with the National Daily, the lawmaker accused the group for installing the president of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, to confront the president. Senator Marafa questioned lawmakers behind the President Buhari support group, insisting that they often disobeyed the instructions of the president. Former head of state General Yakubu Gowon has said he prays Nigeria does not go through another civil war. The former head of state expressed regret over the numerous problems facing the country, especially security challenges and killings, which he described as worrisome. Gowon, who spoke to journalists shortly after a special church service in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, expressed hope that the country would not go through another round of bloodshed. Gowon, who is also the chairman and convener of the group Nigeria Praise, explained that violent criminal activities across the country were of serious concern to leaders and other stakeholders in the country. He called on the press and well-meaning Nigerians to support leaders across the country in restoring peace in the country. Still ahead, House of Representatives investigates presidential panel. A 30-year-old Nigerian is burned to death in South Africa. And in sports, Liverpool Salah is crowned Premier League's Player of the Year with 41 goals. To stay with us.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents want to control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Thanks for staying tuned. The House of Representatives is investigating the Special Presidential Investigation Panel to ascertain the source of the panel's powers to investigate public officers. Dogara said this while speaking at a public hearing on the legality of the Special Presidential Investigation Panel in National Assembly. The Speaker of the lower chamber of the National Assembly says that the probe became imperative because of the confusion of roles which had been identified by the executive branch itself. He noted that the Constitution vested respective powers of investigation and eventual trial of public officers on the Code of Conduct Bureau, the Code of Conduct Tribunal, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and other anti-graft agencies to charge possible offenders to the Federal High Court. Dogara added that it was the constitutional responsibility of the National Assembly to make laws and to plug defects in any existing law, as well as to amend laws identified in the laws of the country. A Nigerian has been burned to death in Rustenburg, South Africa, after his vehicle was set ablaze by yet-to-be-identified people. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the yet-to-be-identified Nigeria met a violent end less than 10 days after another Nigerian, Tengo Okoro, 30, from Obaku in the Agu local government area of Enugu State, was murdered. Local media reports that the South African's Northwest Police does not believe the incident was related to violent protests in the area last week. 2 vehicles were reportedly set ablaze in 2 separate incidents by a group of unidentified people. Police spokesperson Ofense Mogadi announced that a motive is unknown and police are still investigating the incident. CAM has, however, since returned to the area after days of protests calling for the removal of Northwest Premier Supra Mohapelo. Record shows that no fewer than 117 Nigerians have been killed in South Africa since February 2016.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
And moving on to sports, Egypt and Liverpool's Mohamed Salah has been crowned the Premier League's Players' Player of the Year with an incredible 41-goal debut season. He beat strong competition from Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. Salah matched a Premier League record tally for a single search by scoring his 31st league goal of the campaign in a 2-2 draw at West Brom on Saturday. Salah has also netted 7 times in a Champions League game, including in both legs of Liverpool's 5-1 quarter-final thrashing of City to carry his sides to first semi-final for a decade. He has been many people's early season favourite with an incredible long-range strike for his 12th goal of the season to go with a league high number of assists. And on the foreign scene, Duchess of Cambridge Kate Middleton and husband Prince William have welcomed a baby boy, their third child. The couple now has 2 sons and a daughter. The Duchess of Cambridge entered a London hospital earlier today with her husband by her side. William and Kate married in 2011 and have 2 other children, Prince George 4 and Princess Charlotte, who turns 3 next month. Both were born at the same hospital as were William and his younger brother, Prince Harry. The baby is Queen Elizabeth II's 6th great-grandchild and 5th in line to the throne, after grandfather Prince Charles, father Prince William, and the 2 older siblings. The 36-year-old Duchess of Cambridge carried out her last official engagement on March 22 before going on maternity leave. The baby's birth comes weeks before William's younger brother Harry is set to marry American actress Meghan Markle on May 19. That's news on the hour on television Nigerian. Here are the major stories. NIS does U-turn releases Senator DINO Melaye. Reaction thrill arrest of Senator Melaye by NIS. Former Finance Minister reels out battle with NNPC management. And in sports, Salah crowned Premier League's Players Player of the Year with 41 goals. Remember, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I am Cynthia God. You have yourself a great evening.